Hot news: China offers a path to end U.S. trade deficit, sources say. Los Angeles Times. China has offered to go on a 6-year buying spree to ramp up imports from the U.S., a move that would reconfigure the relationship between the world's two largest economies, according to officials familiar with the negotiations. By increasing goods imports from the U.S. by a combined value of more than $1 trillion over that period, China would seek to reduce its trade surplus, which last year stood at $323 billion, to zero by 2024, one of the people said. The officials asked. The offer, made during talks in Beijing this month, was met with skepticism by U.S. negotiators, who nonetheless asked the Chinese to do even better, demanding that the imbalance be cleared in the next 2 years, the people said. Economists who have U.S. stocks extended gains and the dollar rose after the news. The climbing. It's not the first time China has made an offer to reduce the deficit as a way of trying to break the deadlock between the sides, which has darkened the global economic outlook and roiled financial markets since last year. In May, by agreeing to buy more goods from the United States, China may just shift its trade surplus toward other trading partners, said Tom Orlik, the chief economist for Bloomberg Economics. If China switches its imports from other countries to the U.S., less Brazilian soybeans, more U.S. soybeans, that might help deal with their bilateral problem with the U.S., but at the expense of worsening imbalances with other countries, he said. Additionally, the types of products China offers to buy more of could matter more than the overall target for a dollar amount, Orlik said. Airplanes. So, over the years, China has used the offer of purchasing more technologies with national security applications as a gambit in trade negotiations, Orlik said. That's always been. No decisions were finalized in the latest Beijing talks. Discussions are. The United States is missing another opportunity for discussions with its trading partners. President Trump canceled his trip and the U.S. delegation's visit to the World Economic Forum in Davos next week amid the partial shutdown of the federal government. Although there's no clear sign that such an offer from China would now have a greater chance of success, or even if it is practically feasible. U.S. negotiators are also focused on matters including and state support of industry, disputes that are much harder to resolve. During the latest, China's offer implies raising the annual import total from $155 billion to about $200 billion in 2019 and in increasing steps thereafter, reaching an annual total of about $600 billion by 2024, one of the people said. The Commerce Ministry in Beijing didn't immediately respond to a request for comment on the negotiation details. The Office of the